My little Tattle Tells, listen, y'all feel like being messy? It's a slow news day. Why not? I mean, not counting the... Remember I did something about Vincent? Yeah, Tamar's ex-husband, Vincent, literally buying like about $70,000 worth of jewels and then writing a bounce check and bouncing and then dodging them forever. Y'all remember that to the point they had to take him to court? Y'all, I was literally following up on that, right? Because it was like, what's going on? I was talking to my people on the West Coast, like, what's going on with that? Has he paid that? What's going on? And y'all, we got some dirt back on Vincent. Ooh, and this ain't nothing to laugh about. You know, I'm beginning to think, I see why Tamar left him. Maybe it was because he was acting like a jerk. Maybe because he was busy playing golf with No Next Benzino. They was having their city boy summer, right? And their hot boy winter. However, woo, we had no idea how deep it went. Y'all want to be a little nosy? Y'all want to get... So, you know, I started digging around. Y'all want to see what I found? All right, let go. But before I do, y'all, tonight, Members Only Live, we get into the gutter. I feel like being messy. It's going to be at 7:30 p.m. On my channel. Oh, you can sign up, cancel at any time. Listen, just be there. It's going to be a good time. And you have access to all the archives. Anyway, let's get into Vincent Smith. Okay, here we go, right? The latest to accuse Vince of owning money is Sony Music Group. That's right, the label, which was literally helped him support Tamar Braxton's career and Tony Braxton's career. Sony is saying that he owes over $4 million in unpaid reimbursements to the label. Yes, to the label, for funding him cash to find new talent for his company's roster. That boy was literally going into the company roster being like, they were like, Vince, like, we've already given you $3 million. I'm imagining what's going on when we get an artist. And Vince like, very, very soon, but I'm going to need another $1 million. I guess he thought he was going to dip into the company roster again and pay for that $70,000 in jewelry. But Sony seems like they shut the cookie jar and said, you've had enough, sir. You've had enough, right? And get this. He's been arguing with Sony in court since since he split from. Here's the weird part. Nobody doubts that before Vince even started dating Tamar, he was a super, super successful record executive. Now, here's the thing. No one's saying that Tamar had anything to do with his downfall, but something did happen. Listen, he was from New Jersey. He was like a rags to riches story. And he once was the head of his own label, Streamline Records, right? Which was under Interscope. And listen, Tamar, wasn't his first artist he managed. He managed Tony Braxton. That's how I think he actually met Tamar, right? For several years at her most popular. Then he also did Mindless Behavior. Y'all remember that R&B group? I don't, right? And then he also managed Escape and Remy Ma. He then managed Lady Gaga at the height of her career. He actually discovered Lady Gaga. So what went wrong, right? Well, people are saying that the word on the street. Here's the weird thing where not his money started getting messed up, because that was messed up way before then, but how his mind started getting messed up, because everybody's saying that the way he managed people started shifting until Tamar was his sole focus, right? And she filed for divorce in 2017. Now, Remy also dropped Vince, saying that no. His divorce proceedings were interfering with how he managed her. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people at that time were blaming Tamar, but the thing is, it seems like his focus on Tamar started shifting more and more because Tony dropped him as a manager, right? Lady Gaga got new management. Remy Ma was the only one holding on. And we all know Escape, especially with Candy Burris, wasn't messing around with somebody that wasn't producing and wasn't giving what it was supposed to give. I might be saying, okay, but Tisa, why you keep dragging Tamar into it? Because she had divorced him. But the money problem started before then. There were rumors that were swirling around that Vince and Tamar both had a reputation for not paying major bills. Now, I don't blame Tamar too much for this, because at that time, she said Vince was really controlling and he was in charge of paying all these bills. So even though it might have been in her name, Vince was the one getting it. Vince was the one signing up for stuff. Vince was the one buying stuff. And Vince was handling all of the finances because that was her man, her husband, and her manager. Bloggers on YouTube that did exposés about, it wasn't me. I got my own Tamar and Vince. They were doing exposés of how much money they had and how many unpaid bills they have. Now listen, one of the claims is that Tamar and Braxton's divorce was a stylist, DeAndre Tristan, right? I think it was, Longer said that Tristan acquired management who suggested he have a contract with Braxton to ensure payment for his services. Now, the blogger claimed that Vincent Tamar got upset with Tristan when he asked for his money up front, and as a result, they cut ties with him. And get this, a former nanny sued the couple for unpaid wages and eventually received a settlement offer for over $200,000. They weren't paying that woman so much that she got $200,000 from it. Yo, again, it makes me think, did Vince have money problems after he met Tamar, or was he literally like fluffing and living above their means while they were married? And he was robbing Peter to pay Paul, but then Tamar floated away from it because she was like, this is too much. In the words of Tamar Braxton, they ain't got nothing to do with me, because Vince even got hit with a $37K a month eviction. He had a bachelor pad that was $37K a month. The landlord's company sued for eviction. Got the judgment. He was forced to leave that home. And one of the landlord's things said he was doing bad checks. The same way he was bouncing bad checks, popping tags, right? At that jewelry store in October or November of 2021. So Vincent, listen, I'm just saying, I don't know the truth, but if you know Vincent Herbert, right, don't accept a check. You better do like Tristan allegedly did and ask for your money up front. Get this, right? Let's get back to the Sony Music. So Sony Music literally in 2017 was like, you owe us $2.3 million. This is a lawsuit they bought against Vince, claiming that they had given him money for a development deal, and they had yet to see any progress on it. And get this, Vince didn't even uphold that part of the settlement. So he literally didn't pay any part of the settlement, and he was hit with a default judgment of $3,738,515.93. They was not playing with them, but it wasn't over. Sony actually did a new lawsuit. Now they're claiming that Vince is hiding assets to continue living his lavish lifestyle. Because that's the thing. They're like, we see you with No Neck Benzino on the golf course. Where are you getting this money for this country club membership? And Vince is like, I don't know. Sorry, Vince is a mouth. I can't help but tease a mouth breather, right? They believe that Vince, get this, created shell companies named Glow Joe and arranged for current and future earnings to be deposited in that new account. But where's these earnings coming from? Who is he managing anymore? I want to know. Now listen, Sony claims to know that Vince actually did get $1,825,424 using Glow Joe, and they demanded that the judge step up to force Vince to turn over the cash. Boy, listen, let me sit down. Sony Music, have a seat. We need to talk. Don't you know how scamming works? That money's gone. Hey, listen, if he got that much money, that means he owes double that. Listen, that money's gone, Sony. You need to actually see if you can make Vincent be the janitor or the mailman. No, not the newsman, because he ain't gonna be moving. Yeah, you need to be like the janitor or something where he doesn't have access to records and files or company checkbook. Put him as a janitor or something to see if he can't work that off. But for $4 million, I don't know. Eviction notice on the door. Woo! Doesn't stop there. Even his car, he was scamming. Listen. They have threatened to seize his music royalties as part of another legal battle over a 2016 Rolls Royce lease. Yes, he got a Rolls Royce and he ain't want to pay for it. And they're literally trying to seize that. Y'all, Vince literally has money problems. And to my knowledge, none of this has been solved. Again, y'all think this is why Tamar bounced so much? Because she literally married him and didn't realize she was marrying a scammer. This might be why David was looking like a good option. Because I remember thinking, why would you leave Vince for David? Then I found out Vince was mentally abusive. I said, okay, fine. But then I found out David was mentally abusive and a scammer. And I was like, but now we see why, because you can't go back home. Oof, because it's been rebuilt. More about that Rolls Royce. Listen, he owed them $65,000 and refused to pay it. Now Sony's claiming he has about $2 million in assets he hid, but they said, but this other place is a Manhattan car leasing company says that he owed $65,000 for a 2016 Rolls Royce, and they were trying to literally seize his music royalties from Tamar Braxton and Destiny's Child. Did you know he had music royalties for Destiny's Child? What do Vince be doing with his money? Do he have a gambling problem? I'm serious. How does he blow through all this money? I know y'all like, oh, he lives a high-flying lifestyle, but $4 million is a lot, especially that's not even counting the money he actually made. This is on top of the money he made and spent. This is an additional. Where does his money be going, you guys? I am on the trail. We're going to look into this some more, but Tattle Tells, weigh in. Do you think this is why? Listen, it's a slow news day. I'm being messy, but Vincent, if anybody in the metropolitan area sees VINCENT Herbert, don't accept no checks and don't accept no dates, because he might actually used to ask you to put your credit card down, talking about, I'll get you later. I'm just saying, Tamar ran for the hills, and anybody that he asks for a date, you might want to do the same thing. All right, y'all. I'll talk to you later.